Hi everybody, today I want to speak about the fact that you are the creator of your experience and really how to begin to take responsibility in this process, how to begin to actually be your best version in the process. Now, if you want to work with me personally, feel free to send me a message, and if you want to be part of my spiritual podcast called Consciously Awakening, feel free to send me a message. And if you are new to my YouTube channel, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment because you are appreciated. Now, the law of attraction says that we don't necessarily attract what we want, we attract what we are. Okay, so the question becomes, who and what are you really? Okay, what is your energy? Because I believe that energy is important. The more that we get to actually learn to alchemize our inner condition, the more that we learn to alchemize our inner state of consciousness, is the more that we get to actually attract a different reality in our vibrational consciousness, is the more that we attract a different reality in our lives. Okay, so in a way we have created all the experiences that we are having with the purpose of learning from these experiences. I believe that some experiences are chosen at a soul level before incarnating on planet Earth with the purpose for you to actually learn something out of it. Now, what I'm coming to realize is the fact that I gotta take responsibility for myself. I gotta take responsibility for myself, and I gotta allow myself to actually be myself in each moment. The more that I understand myself is the more that I understand my experiences. Okay, so the more that I understand myself is the more that I understand my experiences. The more that I understand that I'm the creator of this life, because we in essence, we are the creators of the universe. We are the creators of the universe. The more that we understand this is the more that we understand that we in essence attract our experiences. Okay, so we attract our experiences based on our levels of consciousness. Now, what I'm coming to realize is the fact that the more that I shift my consciousness is the more that I get to actually attract something different in my life. So it's about really getting to shift my consciousness from the inside out. The more that you actually accept something is the more that you get to actually shift it. So shift your consciousness from the inside out and see what happens. How do we do this? Well, we accept our feelings. We take responsibility, we step into action, we ask ourselves big questions like, who am I really at a soul level, and what is my purpose here? Okay, with this understanding, you get to actually create something beautiful for yourself. You get to actually create something magical for the world. Okay, so what I'm coming to realize is the fact that the power is within myself, and I don't have to give my power away to anybody else. Okay, so the moment that I take responsibility for my energy is the moment that I get to actually shift my energy in a new way, and is the moment that I get to shift my consciousness with the purpose of attracting a new experience. Okay, so the more that I shift myself from the inside out is the more that I get to actually attract a new experience into my life. Okay, and I believe that what we are experiencing internally is so important. Okay, what we are experiencing internally is super important. And really, when you get to actually shift your perception, when you get to shift the perception that you have towards past experiences, you get to actually shift those experiences in your favor. Okay, so what I'm coming to realize is the fact that if I want to become my greatest version, I get to actually shift my perception. Perception is key here, and how you perceive a thing, you actually receive that thing. So how do you perceive your experiences? How do you perceive even negative experiences? How do you choose to actually alchemize these experiences? Because perception again creates reality, guys. The more that we get to actually perceive something in a different way is the more that we get to actually change the outcome. Okay, so I realized that yes, I'm the creator of my experience, and everything that is happening inside of myself and outside of myself, it is because I have attracted that experience. Now, yes, some experiences are negative. Some experiences are negative, and some experiences have the power to actually put us down. They have the power to actually slow us down, or they have the power to disappoint us. But what I'm coming to realize is the fact that when I understand why some things had to happen, I get to actually have a new wisdom for my consciousness. I got to have a new wisdom for my awareness. I got to see who I really was in the process, and who I am really is an infinite spiritual being having a human experience. So yes, some experiences have the power to wound us, or some experiences have the power to disappoint us. But the more that you actually understand why these experiences have happened, and usually they have happened because you have attracted them. is the more that you get to actually channel a new energy for your consciousness, is the more that you get to actually understand things from a higher vibrational perspective, is the more that you understand things from a spiritual perspective. And when you get to actually understand things from a spiritual perspective, you get to actually shift everything in your favor. So what I'm coming to realize is the fact that things are not happening to me, they are actually happening for me. All that I gotta do is actually make the conscious choice of love, of peace, of harmony, of abundance. Okay, so when you express something good out there, something good will come back to you. Okay, so whenever you express something positive will come back to you. When you express something negative will come back to you. Okay, so today's message is about learning to understand the fact that when we shift our inner consciousness, we get to actually shift our experiences. We get to actually shift our experiences, and we get to actually attract a new outcome into our lives. Okay, so get to actually shift your inner consciousness, get to actually shift your inner awareness with the actions that you do, with the perception that you have, with the feelings that you have, with the thoughts that you are actually emitting out there. Get to actually shift those things in your favor and realize that you are actually a warrior of light, of peace, of harmony. I got to see that, yes, we attract our experiences, guys. And the more negative we feel, the more negative the experience is. But the more that we learn to alchemize our inner worlds, is the more that we get to actually attract something beautiful out. We get to actually attract something beautiful instead, okay? So today's message is about learning to shift the inner world in order to attract a new experience into your life. Yes, we have created and we have attracted all the experiences that we have in our lives. Everything in essence is happening with a higher purpose, and that purpose is for us to awaken, and that purpose is for us to actually learn something beneficial out of it. So it's about staying conscious, it's about not giving your power away, it's about you really learning to express something that is beneficial not only for yourself but for the world, because we are all one consciousness, one source, one energy. So I realized that the more connected I am to myself is the more that I get to actually express something beautiful out there. So it's about self-responsibility, it's about self-questioning, it's about learning to shift the perception that we have in order for us to actually manifest something different and something more powerful and more beautiful. Okay, so today's message is about the fact that you are the creator of your own experience. You are the attractor of your own experience. You are actually attracting everything into your life. What do you choose to attract today? What is your energy today? What is your state of consciousness today? And how do you choose to actually express that state of consciousness out there? Because again, you attract not what you want, but you attract what you are. So shift what you are and you will see a better version of reality coming into your life. Shift what you are and you will get a new outcome. Okay, so it's about really learning to take responsibility. It's about really learning to be conscious of ourselves. It's about learning to be conscious of our inner state and getting to actually shift it, with shifting our perception, with shifting our self-expression, and with shifting the consciousness that we have. I believe that everything is movement. Everything is movement in the universe, and change is the only constant. The more that you allow yourself to change is the more that you understand why some things are happening into your life, and it is the more that you get to actually create a new outcome with the change that you have already made within yourself. Okay guys, so this is today's message about the fact that you are creating your experience and how to get to actually make a new experience for yourself. I believe that the experiences that we have are actually important, and in a way we have created these experiences with the purpose for us to learn our lesson and really get to move forward with life in a new way, in a more positive way. Guys, thanks for watching, and like always, see you on what is coming up next. Today's message was about learning to shift your inner world in order to attract a new experience that is actually based on the law of attraction. Guys, thanks for watching, much peace, and see you on what is coming up next. I love you so much. Ciao.